original lighthouse was built in 1854. You're looking at the second lighthouse built on Alcatraz, completed in 1909. Top of Alcatraz, you can see the famous cell house. The cell house was completed between 1909 and 1912 by military convicts. They built their own cells and moved right in as inmates. At the end of the cell house, the long wall that you see surrounds the recreation yard. Prisoners can earn the privilege of outdoor exercise a few hours a week, but only if they maintain a good behavior record. Prisoners can play baseball, handball, shuffleboard, or just stop to enjoy the view of San Francisco. The inmates did line up every day in the recreation yard to go to their work assignments on this side of the island. The stairs you see leading down from the recreation yard lead to the model industries area. Inmates with good records were allowed to work in the island industry. The work wasn't that exciting, but at least it was a reason for the inmates to get out of their cells for 6 to 7 hours a day. If the fog was too thick, they would not go to their work assignments. They would be locked in their cell for 23 hours in a day. The long low building that you see was the island's laundry facility. The inmates did the laundry for Alcatraz and for military posts around the bay. There was a famous inmate who worked in the laundry building. His name was Al Capone, inmate number 85. The square buildings coming up housed a number of shops. During World War II, the inmates on Alcatraz contributed to the war effort by producing uniforms and weaving nearly 60,000 cargo nets for use in the Pacific Theater. The small rocks that you see sticking up out of the water about 75 yards off of Alcatraz were named Little Alcatraz by the kids who were living out here. These rocks were also the destination of an inmate during the last escape attempt. 2 inmates escaped from this side of the island. They got into the water. One of them could only swim as far as these rocks. The other inmate swam for 3 miles, all the way to the Golden Gate Bridge. He lived to tell about it. When we land on the dock, you'll see some red graffiti. That's left over from the Native American occupation, which took place on Alcatraz from 1969 to 1971. The federal prison closed in 1963, and the island was left in charge of a caretaker and his family. 6 years later, a group of Native Americans landed on Alcatraz and claimed it as Indian land, a right they believed in based on a treaty written in the 1880s. The occupation lasted about 19 months and attracted a great deal of media attention. Although the Native Americans left Alcatraz without establishing a permanent home or cultural center, the occupation did help to activate a political movement, one that continues to this day. You can learn more about the Native American occupation through our video called We Hold the Rock, which we'll be showing continuously throughout the evening. We'll be landing on Alcatraz in just a few minutes. Before we begin our tours, I have some important announcements. Restrooms are located at the dock and at the cell house level at the top of the island. Eating, drinking, and smoking are allowed only on the dock, so please finish your snacks and your cigarettes before you leave the dock area. Please do not smoke on the roadways or on the plaza by the lighthouse. The road to the top of Alcatraz is steep and long with uneven walking surfaces, so please watch your steps and take your time walking up and down the hills. If you're using a wheelchair, have a heart condition, or anticipate any difficulty in making your way up to the cell house, it is about a 13-story hike. So you may wish to use our mobility vehicle, which is available on the dock. If you wish to do so, please be one of the first visitors off the boat. You may wish to move toward the exit now. Speak to the driver once you reach the dock. We ask that you please leave this vehicle available for our visitors with the greatest mobility needs. There are some areas on Alcatraz that are closed because of hazardous conditions or lack of lighting. Please do not enter these areas marked closed for your safety or blocked off by barricades. If you require first aid help, any uniformed employee will be happy to help you. We'll be guiding you up to the still house in 2 groups tonight, so please keep the members of your party close by. The groups are divided up in the order that visitors depart the boat. So if you're part of a large group, please wait until the areas before leaving the boat, or we may have to break up your group once you reach the dock. After a walking tour up the hill, you'll be taking the Alcatraz Cell House audio tour. Afterwards, you'll find out about a variety of other programs, presentations, and videos that will be going on throughout the evening. The boat to San Francisco leaves tonight at 7:15. You may begin to board the boat at approximately 7 o'clock. You are entering a national park. Please keep in mind that the area is protected. While on the island, please do not enter the closed areas once again. Please do not feed the birds or scare them. This is a protected bird nesting area. Please do not pick the flowers or take home pieces of the rock. If you wish to take home a souvenir, you can visit one of our bookstores. I'd like to welcome you once again on behalf of the National Park Service and have a good time on the rock tonight.
Will do now. A lot of birds out here. That's actually what the name of the island comes from. Anyone want to take a guess what Alcatraz means? Very desirable goods on them.
That building you were just talking in front of.
Yes. That was the officers' club. It was a social hall for the families who lived out here. Come a little closer, please.
I'm scared.
So the Army comes out here with a mission, and the mission is, oh my God, we got to build some fortification. You know, San Francisco is an awful long ways away from the rest of the country back then. Pretty serious threat that some foreign enemy, some